everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another one of my handbag dupes videos, and this one will be focused on dupes for Chloé handbags. So we're talking about alternatives from much more affordable brands that just happen to look like Chloé handbags without being direct copies. And this is kind of a series here on my channel. So I've done a similar one for Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hermes, Dior, YSL, as well as Celine, and I do plan on uploading one very soon for Fendi dupes. So if you're interested in the playlist, I'll leave it linked up here. But yeah, today's video is going to be specifically about Chloé, and all of the alternatives that I'll be talking about are under $500. So I think that is definitely a very good price in comparison to Chloé prices. And yeah, let's get into this video. So there's a sister brand to Chloé called C by Chloé, which is kind of like a more affordable version of the Chloé brand, and the style is so similar, and even the color selections for a lot of their handbags just kind of mimic one another. So first I wanted to talk about some dupes for Chloé bags that can be found at C by Chloé. So the first one is the Faye top handle bag, and this one starts at a price of $1,490 and then it goes to upwards of $2,000. And in comparison, the dupe from C by Chloé, which is their Joan bag, that one starts at a price of $320. So as I mentioned, it is like a much more affordable version of Chloé. And honestly, these bags really look so similar from the front. The only major difference that I can see with these two bags is while the Faye bag has a flap style opening, the Joan bag actually has a zipper opening, and in a way that's actually much more convenient to use. I feel like Chloé is more focused on the design elements of the bag, which does make sense because they are a designer brand and you kind of are paying for the design and the uniqueness of it. Whereas with C by Chloé, their bags look a little bit more streamlined, but that also makes it more user-friendly. And next, let's talk about the Chloé Kiss bag. So I actually really love how this bag looks. I really like that handle on it. I like that it's not, just like a typical circular shape. They could have easily done something similar to how their Nile bag, for example, it had that hoop that you could, like hold with your hand, or you can put it on your wrist or something like that. They could have easily done that with this bag, but I like that that handle is this kind of unique shape. But I also feel like that would make it uncomfortable to hold. I've never actually seen it in person, but I would just imagine that the weight in the bag would kind of be a little bit lopsided. So the dupe that I found from C by Chloé, it's not really super similar in many ways, but the part that is very similar about it is the C by Chloé bag, which is their Ella bag. That also has this kind of like metal handle to it. I mean, the handle is a much more normal type of shape compared to the one on the Kiss bag, but still it's there. And both of these bags do have a detachable crossbody strap too, so you're not limited to holding it by that handle. And the one from C by Chloé is less than a third of the price of the Chloé bag. And now for the Chloé Marcie bag. Now Chloé produces a lot of different saddle bags, and many of them don't really last more than a couple of seasons, but the Marcie style is different in that it's been around for years. And if you're looking for a dupe for the Chloé Marcie bag, specifically from the C by Chloé line, I would say take a look at their Mara style as well as the Hannah bags, because even though there are different design elements to all three of these bags, they are still the very typical saddlebag shape. And because the C by Chloé bags are a fraction of the price of the Chloé ones, I think it's a great way to get the look for less. But if you're looking for kind of like a more similar type of alternative to the Chloé Marcie style, I think that the Venice bag from Demelier London shares a lot of those same design details. I would say that the Demelier London bag is kind of a mix between the handbag version of the Marcie style as well as the shoulder bag version, because the shape of it, I would say, is a little bit more similar to the shoulder bag style, but it does have that added top handle, which makes it similar to the handbag style of the Marcie bag. And once again, it is significantly less than the Marcie. And next, let's talk about the Chloé Woody Tote. Now, I feel like this bag has been quite popular recently, and in general, canvas tote bags from any designer brand have been pretty popular too. And the good thing about the Chloé version is it is quite affordable compared to the ones from other designer brands like Chanel or Dior, for example. So the Chloé Woody Tote starts at a price of $790 US, whereas the book tote from Dior, for example, will cost you over $3,000 US. So yes, it is much more affordable in that regards, but still $790 US is a lot for a canvas tote bag. So the dupe that I'm going to be talking about for this bag is one that I've mentioned in many of my other dupe videos already. I've mentioned it as a dupe for the Dior book tote as well as the Chanel Deauville tote, and it is the Marc Jacobs Traveler's tote, which is less than $200 US. And they even offer some that are in leather, and even the leather versions are like half the price of the Chloé Woody tote. And this Marc Jacobs bag is really the best affordable canvas tote bag that I found. It really kind of like gets the job done. I mean, the Chloé one does have a little bit of leather on it, but I don't think that that is enough to justify that crazy increase in price. If you're just looking for a simple canvas bag with a little bit of branding to use in the summer, I think that the Marc Jacobs one is definitely a good option. Now this next bag I've actually mentioned in a previous video of mine where I talked about some underrated bags that I actually really like the look of, and it is the Daryl hobo bag. And usually I'm not a big fan of hobo bags because I think they usually look like a shapeless sack. But this Chloé version of the hobo bag I actually think is really unique. I like that it has this, I want to call it like a chain detail that wraps all around the bag, but instead of it being made out of a metal type of hardware, it's actually made out of leather. And yeah, you do have this one ring on the chain that is in a gold tone metal, but I just find that that is such a unique detail, and it kind of draws attention to the shape of the hobo style. But it is still quite expensive, and personally, even though I like how it looks, I wouldn't spend that amount of money on a hobo bag just because it's not really my style. The dupe, however, that I found is like a third of the price. It's only $415 US, and it is this bag from a brand called Fallon, and it is their Tagua hobo bag. So this bag, I would say, has very similar features to the Daryl bag. It does have this kind of chain detail to it, but that one is actually made out of Tagua instead of leather, and it isn't quite as deep of a bag as the Daryl bag. But aside from that, even the color is very similar. The Fallon bag does have that really rich kind of chestnut brown color that you see in so many Chloé bags. And for both of these bags, you do have the option to wear it longer as a crossbody bag, or you can shorten the strap and make it into a shoulder bag. And as I've mentioned, I do really like the look of the Daryl bag, but I think I have to say that I like the dupe even more, especially if you're not super into the hobo style of bag. I think that it's easier to make this Fallon bag work for you. And the last bag I want to talk about in today's video is the Chloé Tess bag. Now this bag, while I do think it looks nice, it is one of the more expensive Chloé bags out there, especially if you're thinking about the price of the bag in relation to the size of the bag that you get. Now the dupe that I have to share with you guys for this bag is significantly more affordable. It only costs $275 US in comparison to the close to $1,900 that you would pay for the Chloé bag. And I actually discovered this dupe because of one of you guys. One of my subscribers had asked me what I thought about this brand of handbags, and the brand is called Le Parmentier. I think that's how you pronounce it, and the bag is the Yucca bag. So as you can see from the photos that I have on the screen, they really look so similar. The biggest difference I would say is the hardware on the front is slightly different, and also with the Chloé bag, you do have the option of wearing it with the shoulder strap or the top handle, and with the Yucca bag you only get the shoulder strap. But at the same time, you can always just buy a top handle from Etsy or something like that, and it will serve the same purpose. So that is it for this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it and liked the dupes that I shared. And I'm actually really curious to know what you guys think of Chloé as a whole. I know that they're not one of the more talked about brands here on YouTube, but honestly, I like a lot of their designs and styles. Even outside of their handbags, I really like their clothing. But yeah, I'm really curious what you guys think of Chloé. And also, as I mentioned, I do plan on doing a handbag dupes video for Fendi. I'm hoping that it's the next one I do in this series. But aside from that, are there any other brands that you would like me to do a similar video on, or if there are specific handbags that you would like me to share dupes of? So yeah, let me know all of that in the comments down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing for new videos every single week. And I'll leave 2 videos on the screen for you to watch next. So I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.